Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Pulsechain update, Pulsechain news today. And of course, it is Monday here, 12:38 p.m. So we start. It's for me, it's an hour later than I used to start. I used to start at 11:30. And of course, we had daylight savings sneak up on us yesterday, and it is now an hour later when I start. So pretty crazy. Yesterday I started an hour early because the time had switched on us. I've done my walk before the live stream. Can you believe it? My walk is before the live stream rather than after it, which is probably a good thing. And day 60 walk, really amazing. So encourage you guys out there, get your health and fitness. If you want to get inspired, definitely check out Sandy Beach. I know she'll probably post her latest update. Day 60 walk, which is pretty impressive. Really get out there, do your health and fitness, and it gives you a lot more energy, and you can achieve many goals: cardio, weight loss, muscle tone, just being more energetic, enjoying life more, being more fit for if you've got children, hanging out with your children, playing with the children, whatever your situation is. It's just generally really, really good. So I encourage you for that. And of course, it's great to have your health and fitness while you're enjoying your crypto, right? Enjoying the crypto. So it's a lot of fun. So day 60, my target is day 300, of course, and it's about 10 months, which seems like a pretty good target if you get your fitness up and you get your diet right, have good healthy food living, then 10 months should be a pretty good period for most people. People might be able to do it shorter, 6 months, depending on how much you're doing, how much training you're doing, and other things, how good you are with diet or your healthy food, is what I like to put it. So it's different things like that. So I'm on my own journey, of course, day 60 and onwards and upwards. So let's see how I can get on. We've got summer coming up too, right? So September now, October, November, December. So you've got 3 months or so. So who knows where I could be by then? That'd be really fun. I expect to see, like I've already had massive changes, but I expect to see, some pretty dramatic changes if I continue this path straight, which I am intention on. Maybe by, I don't know, let's see, I'm on day 60 now. Maybe by day 120 should be quite different, I would suspect. So really, really excited about that. So let's get into it, folks. That's my update on health and fitness. We're going to get into, obviously, Pulsechain news. We're going to talk about Coast. We're going to talk about Barista. We're going to talk about Phamous. We're going to talk about TYCZ. We're going to talk about BNB Pot. And we're going to talk about Pulsepot coming onto Pulsechain. We haven't really talked about Pulsepot much. That's coming on Pulsechain. Of course, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino. We're going to talk about that. And, of course, Fetch Oracle as well. So we've got quite a few things to get up to, but we're going to get into the charts as well. And, of course, have some fun. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We've got a Dewey's in the house there. Yo, what's up, all? Good to see you, Dewey. We've got Hexcavator as well. Woohoo! Smash the likes and let's get it. Yeah, boy, says Hexcavator. Good to see you. Welcome, of course. Who else we got jumped in here? We got Charity. Superman is streaming. Hello, everybody. Hey, good to see you, Charity. Welcome to the chat as well. We got Craig Pitt. Morning, everybody, from sunny Melbourne. A big shout out to you, Craig. It's probably pretty hot there, no doubt. What else we got here? We got Hunter as well. What's up, homies? Good to see Hunter. Someone else, I saw Sandy Beach in there somewhere. There's Sandy Beach. Hello, Hex Token and everybody. Hey, good to see you, Sandy. Welcome to the chat. Pulsedemic as well. Morning, crypto. Good to see you, Pulsedemic. Dukes of Booze. Cheers, everybody. Welcome, Dukes of Booze. And we got Brennan as well. BTC dipping, death cross confirmed on the daily chart. Actually, I haven't brought that up today. Let me bring that up while we're talking about that, because I should talk about that. That is pretty important. Let me pull it up while we've got no screen on. It's easy to set up the studio when we've got no screen. No screen. All right, let's go to all charts. Pull it up, and we're going to talk about that. Let's pull it over to, that's our first topic. So good timing there, Brennan. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be fun to talk about. All right, so that is from Brennan. Welcome to Brennan. He's our TA specialist in our Discord. Now, if you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the video description. I know the moderators will probably post it in the chat as well. Join our Discord. We have all the information. We're the best of the best. Honestly, you can go try out other stuff and come back to our Discord. I'm sure you'll find we've got the best information. We've got the best community in the Pulsechain Hex space, and it really is amazing. So get in there. We're there. I'm in there very often. So just get in there, have a lot of fun, and share the good times and the crypto journey as we watch Pulsechain build up over time. It's going to be amazing, amazing. And we're in a bear market at the moment, so bearish conditions particularly. So definitely a good time to join. What else? We got Pulse Demic says, morning Superman and crypto family. Awesome Hex token on my day 60 walk. Very nice. Thank you, Sandy. And Sandy got her new rower today, set up finally. Yay. And you can find out more details about that in the Discord because there's some little hints in there. Health as well, says Sandy. Absolutely health as well. Wealth. And we got Christian here too. Pulsechain is rocking the house. It certainly is. It's certainly building up. It really is cool. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it building up? Obviously, if you watch this channel, you'll see Pulsechain's growing. But can you guys see it? I think it is happening, and it's good to see. What else there? We got Genuine as well. Good morning, Genuine. Good to see you. I got Archie in the house as well. Hi, all. Good to see Archie. Archie's been dropping some real alpha in the Discord as well. So we got, it's not just me in the Discord dropping a lot of information. We've got Archie, Sandy Beach, Brenton. There's many people in there that drop a lot of information. It's really, really cool. Wookie, Brian. I mean, it's really such a great place, and many people in the community. MV, Christian, lots of people in there. It's really cool. What else we got? We got Richie Robinson here, Superman in the house. Yeah, boy. We're definitely in the house today and loving it. Loving this. We are documenting Pulsechain's journey on this channel. So it's a great place to be if you want all the information. You probably won't miss out on much if you're on here. Definitely is pretty cool. Ivor big in the house there. Morning, folks. Good to see you, Ivor. Yeah, Brandon says join Discord for just the price of a coffee a month. Yeah, boy. And the other thing, it's about 16 cents a day, so it's easy to join. It is a private Discord now, so it's a pretty exclusive club, and we're looking to do things in the future, so stay tuned for that. We got Magic Cup Ride in the house here. All morning, all good to see Magic Cup Ride. Yeah, in the house, we will be covering Barista, which is one of the Magic Cup Rides platforms coming, and we're going to talk about that soon later on when we get up to project updates. Check My Pulse in the house as well. What's up, Hex Token family? Good to see you. Check My Pulse. Check My Pulse had the quote of the day yesterday, which was pretty awesome. So big welcome to the chat there. We got Silverback as well. Hello all. Good to see you, Silverback. Welcome. So that's pretty much a welcome, everybody. Let's get into some of the cool stuff here. Let's reposition ourselves here. Bam. There we go. Back to the future. And we're going to pull in the market. So let's go to crypto markets to start off with. And bam, red. It's red, but it's not too bad today. We got BTC there at $26,294, down 1.19%. We are on the Sunday in the US. We know that that's typically a pretty low trade down day often on the Sunday. So it is Monday here, but you know, it's really not the Australasian markets that generally move markets. Normally the northern hemisphere, maybe Asian markets move stuff. But yeah, it's currently still Sunday in the good old USA, Europe, and places like that. So we got $26,300, down 1.1%. The dominance of Bitcoin is 48.37%, so dominates crypto. Ethereum there at 1582 is down 0.8%, so not too bad. And remember, the big news, particularly that we're expecting, I repeat this every day, but it's probably worth doing, is that, you know, BTC, we may get some ETF news at Q1 next year, possibly. The SEC's playing, you know, hardball, so who knows? But then, of course, we've got the halving coming up, estimated about the 17th of April next year. We may get a run up before that. We'll see. There's different views on that, so we'll talk about that too. The other thing is Ethereum may have ETF in October. We'll see how that goes. That could be super bullish for Ethereum. Ethereum is probably more bullish this year compared to BTC. Proto-Dank sharding, which is kind of speeding up the chain, particularly the layer 2s like Optimism and Atrium, is looking like it's getting deferred. So that could be, we might have testing at the best case, have testing at the end by the end of the year, but it really does look like Proto-Dank sharding will be early next year. So the Ethereum, that part of the good news potentially is on the other side, and that particularly for the second layers as opposed to Ethereum. So we'll still expect, you know, if we get bull market conditions for Ethereum, we'll probably still get those higher gas prices. At the moment, Ethereum is having the lowest gas prices it has had since last year. And of course, that may run out by the time we get into October. Maybe at the end of October, those low gas prices we've got at the moment may disappear. So definitely, it seems, if it's based like on last year, it's the best time to do things with the chain on Ethereum at the moment. But of course, Pulsechain is hundreds of times cheaper at the very minimum. So Pulsechain's even better. So that is kind of the rollout there. We've got BNB at $208 at down 1.1% there. That's pretty much it on everything else pretty similar in terms of its percentages. So let's see how we go with the Bitcoin. Yes, we have got, as Brennan says, looks like we have got, this is the Bitcoin chart on Coinbase. It does appear that the yellow line is the 50-day EMA, that's the 50-day moving average, and the 200-day is the blue line there. So the blue line is the long one, longer period, and the 50-day is the shorter period. It does look like we got our cross today. Yesterday we were $5 a gap, so we hadn't got our death cross, and of course that's where the short term goes below the long term. But today we have got that on the Coinbase chart. As Brennan pointed out, we have now got the yellow line at 26,954, the 200-day at 26,971. So that's our first ominous sign. Will it be a fake out? In other words, will it last for a couple of weeks maybe, and then we go back into bullish territory where we get a golden cross, which is where the 50-day crosses back over the top of the 200-day longer moving average? We will see. But at the moment, we've got this red day on Bitcoin. We've had a high of 26,700. And we got a low of 2,600. So it's about $600 difference in this candle today. So definitely ominous there. Let's have a quick look at a broader view. Let's zoom that out and bring in our support lines. We can see that we've got this horizontal support line here at 24,800. That's the critical one. We break that, and we're probably going down. And so, yeah, that's the bearish scenario, right? We want to still hold that up there. We've got our longer term angled support here. We definitely, if we hold that up and stay over in this zone, that's very bullish. We'll see how we get on there, but we're definitely getting a death cross. Will that bring us down like this? Are we going to have a fake out like that where it sort of U's around, or are we going to break down here? And if we break the 24,800, I think it's the probability of going down is very high. Yeah, we'll see how we get on there. Now, will we get down to even lower numbers like this 11K and pray for Richard Hart, or 12K El Capo Crypto, or 12, 13K for Gareth Soloway? Will we get down to that territory? Hard to say, but at the moment, definitely we want to hold that 24,800. So fingers crossed on that one. All right, that is where we are at the moment of Bitcoin. Let's see. Like I say, we talked about the news items that particularly could come up that might move the market. Bitcoin could be a slow rise. We'll see how we get on. Maybe we'll get it. Are we going to get a Christmas rally? We're going to get a New Year's rally. We'll see on that one. All right, we'll keep tabs on the news items, see if we get a bit more momentum. And of course, we've got the stock market sitting in the background, having a hissy fit about the interest rate. So we'll see how that gets on too. And we've got potentially this week more drama in the United States about the government shutdown. There's good fundamental reasons to shut the government down. I mean, the spending's out of control. They're not, Democrats want to spend more, Republicans want to cut it back, and then you got this impasse in the middle, right? So it's a bit of a hassle, and then you got the president with veto powers. So you got all this sort of carry on going on. Although it is the job of Congress to do budgets, right? So we'll see how we get on. But then, of course, the executive has their own powers for their own, budget this pay for the executive. So we'll see. That's 800,000 jobs as well that could be temporarily out of employment. We'll see how we go. A lot of them are deep staters, so maybe they deserve to be unemployed. We'll probably have a lot better world if they were shut down. Anyway, moving on. That is the crypto. Let's jump over to the Pulsechain, and of course we've got Pulse at the moment. Just down a couple of percentage points. So we've got a Pulse down 0.0429, 43% of the sacrifice price at the moment, about 2x the whale sacrifice price. So it's just been shedding a little bit there, down 2.43%. We got Pulse X there at 0.109, so still around 11% of the sacrifice price, maybe half of the whale sacrifice price there. So still really good. It's old Pulse X. I think more people were probably starting to expect a spring back at some time. It's just a matter of time. Was that time 3 months? Is it 6 months? We will see. But at the moment, we've got a Pulse of 1 to 4 ratio. At the moment, the Pulse is almost 1.394, almost back to 4 there, which is about as strong as it's been, back at the ratio trading days when Pulsechain launched. So pretty crazy. And of course, the day we're talking about today is the day 135. We're wrapping up the day 135. We're about to start day 136 on Pulsechain. The good news, of course, it continues with the buy and burn. That's just slowly sneaking away in this bear market type of conditions. And we're at 448.9 billion Pulse X burned. That's 2.17% of the public supply Amazing. And that just slowly sitting in the background while the prices are not doing much. We've got this burning, and it's pretty cool, right, to have that burning away. It's going to have play a bigger role further down the line, especially after we get these top tier protocols from PowerCity, Liquid Loans, and some of the satellite projects like Magic Cup Ride and 36, their Barista products and things like that. So it's really, really going to be cool. And yeah, pretty neat there. So that is looking good. Incentive at the moment is $1.11, down 3.23%, and we've got the ratio just popped below 26,000 again, 25,956 pulse per one incentive. We hit over 12 million incentive tokens yesterday. So we've got that's how many is in existence from the Pulsechain farms. We're going to talk about that in a minute or two. The buy and burn is 92,379 incentive tokens have been burnt through the TRH protocol. We're going to talk about that later on too in the project updates. And then, of course, we've got PHEX there at 00796, so just under 0.8 of a penny. We've got EHEX at 0034. Seems like that EHEX has got stuck in that price range. Pretty much been stuck at 0034 for quite a few days. One PHEX at the moment, and PHEX and EHEX combined at the moment is 1.13 cents. And one PHEX will get you 186 pulse, and one PHEX will get you 2.37 EHEX at the moment. So those are the numbers. Let's jump over to the charts, have a quick look at those. That is pretty much where we are at the moment. So we've just shedded down a little bit here. So we are at a 4285. So it looks like we've stopped here. And that still looks like a pretty good looking chart still, right? So we've got this low back here at 3333. Then we had this low here, the 12th of September at 3455. And now we're up here with this this low, I guess if we form a low here at 4285. So we're slowly creeping back up. And of course, this line here is pretty important. This yellow line, this is the 5,000 line. That would put us back to 50% of the sacrifice price. And if we could get over that and consolidate, that's a pretty good place to be. And maybe we'll get a nice big green wick that pushes us much further past that. Would be pretty cool. Maybe get up to the over 5,500. That'd be really nice over this eye here. And not too bad. We're in the top 50% of the Bollinger Band as well. Pretty cool. And let's have a look at the RSI. RSI, plenty of room to move here. We're down at 50, so lots of room for movement there to smash this out. Maybe we'll do it before Liquid Loans comes out, and maybe we'll do it afterwards. That's under the play there. Pulse at the moment, Pulsex, quadruple 01088 there, and yeah, pretty similar story really. Just a slightly weaker story than Pulse, but just a similar story. Incentive token there, $1.11. And we had quite a few days here, green days, but let's have a look at the ratio. That's probably more important. And the ratio there, we actually had quite of a break in the downward shedding here of the pulse ratio to incentive tokens. We had quite a 4 days, green days in there, not too bad. And just started shedding again, 25,955. So not too bad still, but probably going to keep shedding depending on what happens with pulse and stuff like that. Now, obviously, we've got the Pulsechain farms are ticking away. These are the results at the moment at the end of day 135. We've got APRs there, 11% for the Pulsechain Pulse Pool, and then for all the Bridged-in pairs, so Bridged-in DAI, USDC, Wrapped Ethereum, and USD Tether versus the Pulse. We've still got really good APRs on here, folks. This is really good up to 135 days, 64%, 61%, 50%, and 62%. And of course, if you hit on that calculator, go down to details, you can see we've still got the farm multiplier at 40x. That's one way of edging the farm off is by lowering the multiplier. We've still got a 40x multiplier on there, which is pretty cool. The other, of course, pair there, Hex and Pulse, is at 15%. So both Pulsex, these two ones here for Richard Hart coins, are still got a nice tidy little APR, certainly a lot better than the bank there. And of course, the incentive token there with versus Pulse and Pulsex sitting at 60% and 58% respectively. So still looking really good there, and still lots of funds in the pools as well. Which is good news. Now, what are we waiting for? We haven't got limit orders on here. We haven't got the DAO. There could be a number of things the DAO could be used for. It'll be interesting to see whether that, whether and if and when it does pop up. And of course, we've also got the pools here as well. Yeah, so there is the pools. We're potentially getting single-side stake pools. We'll see as well. It was a long time ago now that Richard teased about that. And of course, now we've got the court case and everything else. So in November, so we'll see how that goes vis-a-vis of that. But it could be pretty interesting in the future to see where that goes. Maybe in the new year, maybe the end of the year, we'll see. We've got Hex at the moment, is PHEX, looking pretty similar story across the board. This is kind of a better looking chart in terms of it's got much stronger lows in it from the low back here. So that's still looking better, and we're still on top of the Bollinger Band, hitting the middle. See where we go from here as well. Nice little consolidation. And EX there, also the weak cousin, as it were. And that's bad, weak cousin. But there we are, 003395. That is EX. So those are pretty much the charts. Let's jump out of all those and pull up. We're going to pull up some of the validator stats, which have been breaking records. We've been breaking records with the validators, and once again, look at that. Woohoo! Another record-breaking era there. 43,249 validators. Look at that. Fantastic. And we've got 1.38 trillion of pulse off the market, which is about 9.3%, which is pretty amazing. And we've got liquid loans coming, which I think is going to be fundamental in terms of getting more of that off. On top of that, of course, we've got the EIP 1559 burning on the main chain. And, of course, we've also got the 4,096 validators, what I call the Genesis validators, that exited and burned about 132 billion as well. So looking really good on that. And, of course, we've had particularly high GWAI and fees lately. So we've probably been having a lot of nice burning on that too. Jumping to the gas prices, which have been relatively high recently, have definitely cooled off over the weekend. And we've been sitting at around about 1.2 million beats. But, 2 weeks ago, we were down at 400,000, 500,000 beats. That seems to have gone. So we've seemed to have a new higher floor here at about 1.2 million beats at the moment. So that seems to be pretty steady too, as you can see by the chart. So we're currently 177 times cheaper than Ethereum. And Ethereum at the moment is very cheap. It's $2.84 for a Pulsechain, for a Uniswap. That is very cheap for Ethereum. Let's go a quick look at that and see how that looks on ultrasound money. 7 GWAI at the moment. Look at that, 7 GWAI. And I'll show you how cheap Ethereum has been lately, which has been typically around this time of year. We saw this a year ago. Look at this. This is the GWAI for the last 7 days. Look at the flat line here for Ethereum. It's been in the 7s. It's even popped down in the 6s quite often lately, especially yesterday. It was popping down to super low, 6s here. Incredible. And still 6.8 at the moment. So pretty amazing there. If you're doing Zen mints on Ethereum, that would be a perfect time to do that and do it long, right? Do it long out the back end of next year. Now, what else we're going to say about that? I want to go to the 365 day and show you the comparison to a year ago. 374 days, it's good enough. And you can see that we are low here. The last time we were low on Ethereum here was back in September, like I say, and we kept on getting the lows in the same month that we're getting them right now, right? And typically, September's been a bad month since 2017, although not so bad this month, relatively speaking. We're still in the green on the old Bitcoin last time we checked yesterday, although that might change. That might change in the next couple of days. We'll see. But yeah, that is definitely the cheapest time. So it seems like September is the cheapest time on Ethereum before it starts to lift again. And we see it lifting back in October, November, and December. It just slowly starts creeping back into the teens. So definitely at the moment is the time to do things. If you're going to do things that require minting like Zen, for example, and that's what you would do around September, definitely based on last year's chart and what we're seeing this month as well. So that's pretty much it. And then maybe we'll start getting some really high gas prices like we did in May last year, where it got to 133 GWAI. And that's insane, right? That's insane. All right, so that is, man, do you guys remember the bull market and how much Ethereum gas you had to pay? It was insane. It was insane. All right, so that is pretty much that. Let's jump away to the prices at the moment. We've got 2 cents for a Pulsechain swap. We've got 1/10 of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer and 3/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. That's pretty much it on there. Let's jump away to, we're going to talk about, I think so. Yeah, let's jump away from there. We're going to get into the projects. Before we do that, let's talk about the top PRC20s. And first, let's get into the chat though and say hello to a few people that have arrived since we started the live stream. Let's see what we've got up to here. Scroll. Got up to Silverback, pretty sure. Dewey says, Pulsechain has shown me a unique crypto experience. I found a dope community with crazy energy. Amazing. Pulsechain, the people's chain. You're 100% right, empowering us to gain and live free. Absolutely, Dewey. You're onto it. That is true. What else there? We've got David and Alice. Hey, family. Good to see David. Welcome to the chat. Hope everybody is well, says David. We got Brian, one of our 2 community leaders in the house. What's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. What else there? Was it Rick Timber is almost over. I'm still looking for the red. Very curious, says Jerry. What else? We got Wookie in the house. Good to see Wookie on the spot. Wookie's what a budget. I don't know. Where do you make this stuff up, Wookie? We got Kristen in the house. Says not financial advice, but if the government shutdown happens, I believe it opens the opportunity doors. The time to scoop, says Kristen. What else we got there? Let's jump down through here. We got Yoda in the house there, man. Thanks for always showing up. You're an inspiration. I appreciate that. I'm here. I'm on the same journey as you guys. And as I always say, I might as well stream it, right? I might as well stream it. We're all waiting for the same thing. Vito's in the house there. Peeps, let's go. Then we goes, my bags aren't full yet, says Vito. Yeah, well, a few people are just accumulating. And that's typically what you're going to be doing at the moment. Joey Torres, hi all. Good to see you, Joey. We got Astro in as well. Good to see you, Astro. Moon, definitely. Can we stake PLSX? Well, you can put it in the farms. There are numerous options now. Actually, check my pulse to put it in some form of staking, on a lot of third-party protocols on top of Pulsechain, whether it's some of the PH Universe ones, some of the farm pools, or PulseX. Yeah, so there are different options. And when liquid loans of PowerCity are launched, there'll be even more options, right? So, and they're different. They're slightly different from each other. So, definitely, those options are growing. Hex on choice and house there. Who let Toxic Hedgehog in here? I don't know. He just jumps in here, sneaks in. Hello, everybody. Good to see you, Paul. Here's Toxic Hedgehog there. Just sneaks in like that and screams out the channel anthem. Woo! Good to see you, Toxic. Welcome to the chat. We're going to jump through that. Magic Up writes here, it's 41 people watching, 22 lines. Smashed up the likes, peeps. Yeah, definitely smash the likes. We've got 26 likes. Sure, we can do better. Just take a moment and just smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button and hit the bell for future videos. We're streaming every single day, apart from an occasional day off, which is very rare. Very rare, but we do have them. We got Archie as well. I'd love to see gas that expensive on Pulsechain. Well, it's been pretty expensive sometimes. Last week we were up at like 12,000 Gwei. I know some people were printing some PZN mints on Pulsechain, and instead of being 70 cents the week before, it was 70 cents. With the Gwei really up and Pulsechain's sort of price recovering to some degree, the price was up at like $3 or $4 or even higher. Someone said they saw when the Gwei went up to like over 20, I think on one day, 20 million, that the price was like $35 to do a PZN mint. So it's pretty crazy. So depending on what contract you're interacting with, it can be quite high. Definitely can be. Let me just jump through that. We got Adam in health there. Thanks for giving me alpha while I do the laundry, says Adam. Nice one there, Adam. Make it clean. Make it so. Make it so. What else there? Almost single-sided staking on PHUX, says Magic Carpet Ride. Yeah. What else we got going there? We got Harry Williams in the house. Good to see you, Harry. Welcome. Brendan says $600 to do an end stake in the bull market was preposterous. Yeah, that was for Hex end staking. Yeah, pretty crazy. And of course, it's based on the S-load function on Ethereum. So every day, the longer your stake, the worse it is because it has to go through and loop through all the time. I think there's been something like 8 or 9 increases in the S-load function price on Ethereum. Yeah, it's been very expensive over there. But hey, we've got Pulsechain now too. And who knows? Maybe they will get to full dank sharding on Ethereum, and maybe those costs will be lower in the future on the Ethereum. Maybe, hopefully, not till 2025. Don't ask me why. Some of you might be able to guess. But anyway, what else there? We got Harry Williams. Yo. Hello, everybody. We got Cookies and Crypto as well. Woohoo! Yeah, get excited, man. Get excited. We are early. We are still early. Accumulating right now. Getting our big positions. The more people that accumulate, the more self-fulfilling it is, right? Because all the people accumulating, and if they're believers, not just believers, but believers, they will have more of the tokens, and there'll be less to sell, right? Because people are accumulating. So you just got to get enough people to do that. That is Sandy Beach's health and fitness update today. So definitely go and follow Sandy. Absolutely crushing out there as well. And it's about her new row as well, which is pretty cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's get back into let's get in and see how the top PRC20s have been performing. We're going to do it by liquidity, and we can see that everything's pretty much down at the moment. The only performer on my list here is Treasury Bill versus Teddy Bear. That's at 1.5%. Everything else is pretty much down there. It's by liquidity size. Let's ignore liquidity and just look at percentage gains. Pepe is doing pretty well, 13%, but very small liquidity on these. That's why I try to ignore them because they're so small. But that's kind of the only one performing, but it's only $1,500 on that, so not worth talking about. Let's get to the big pools and talk about PDI, because PDI managed to bounce down to the bottom there, and it's got down to our 78.6 on the Fibonacci here. That's this percentages here, and it's pulled right back here. That's where it hit. It's bounced there once and pierced there through, got down to 8,700. And now we've bounced back up to 0.001 of a penny again. Very important line there. So maybe this has hit the bottom on this line, and it's going to keep going up. So food for thought. If you'd waited to buy in down here, you're probably on a much better bet. So we'll see how we get on. But that one's still speculative, right? Let's not kid ourselves, but definitely looks like maybe it has reached the bottom on that move. All right, Rat Bitcoin is at $102, and that's definitely pulled off from the top. We've got all the way up to 216 or 216, yeah, 214, sorry. And at the moment, it seems to have bounced off 94 and 103 at the moment, but still nice little uptrend there, but still risky. So just take that into account. So we've still got sort of this line here. It breaks down a bit further. We've got a bit of support on this line. Maybe this line here. Some basic stuff here, basic support. So we'll see how we get on with the roll Rat Bitcoin. That's pretty much it. The highlights there I want to talk about. Pepe is how's Pepe doing? Pepe here is, we're waiting for 9-inch DEX, right? So 9-inch DEX launches. These meme coins are probably going to do pretty well. Pepe and SHIB are the two of particular interest there in the moment. Just shedding down there, so almost in the buy zone right now. I would say pretty close. 8,600, so pretty much in the buy zone if you're a believer about 9-inch DEX and its impact on Pepe and SHIB. We will see. We've got SHIB down here as well. These have got the bigger liquidity pools. That's definitely edging down as well. This is not quite in the buy zone, although it may not get down there, right? This is the thing. Buy zone for me is 601,000 around this mark, maybe 1,100, but definitely in the zone here. And with that zone, maybe up to 1,200 with 6 zeros. At the moment, it's got 6 zeros, 1,400 at the moment. So this may round off the bottom here. We will see. And depending when the 9-inch DEX comes out. Now, are they waiting for the Fiat Oracle? We'll see as well. I haven't heard anything else about that. But that is pretty much it. Let's go to the medium-sized meme coins. There's our third category. And let's have a look by liquidity. Where the ETH go is down 11%. Let's have a look at that chart. See, that's down to 42 cents. That's actually moved down pretty decent there. That was up here at 56 cents. It's now down to 42. Let's log that as well. That is the chart, as you can see so far. But that is probably going to do fairly well as well. That's where the ETH go, Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge, all three meme coins from the actual developers and team of 9-inch DEX. So these are probably going to do well with single-sided staking and BBC token incentives. And they've got a particular launch phase, as I understand it. The first day in particular, only people with that sacrifice for the 9-inch are going to be able to earn BBC tokens. And then, of course, we're expecting these meme coins to get pulls as well. So we'll see how that goes. They're going to have a sort of a couple-day phase launch, all designed to pump the price of 9-inch token, of course. We'll see how we get on there. There are large referrers in that and large whales. So who knows whether we'll get some big sell wicks there. You can decide yourself. We've got Paul Pleb as well. Is up 2.6%, and Pulse Dodge there is down 1.5. So those are the three there for the biggest liquidity on my meme list here. These are middle-sized memes, but they're also the three that will benefit from 9-inch DEX with the one-side, single-side staking. Now, for how long is another question too, because obviously people with 9-inch tokens have to vote. That's the DAO token too, I believe, and have to vote for that. So interesting food for thought there. Looking by percentages, Ben token there is doing 3.5%. The sold Tat sold there, one of our community members stable ones there, 2.6. That's pretty much it on the play. That brings us to our main event, Pulsechain projects. And of course, this is the main event because this is the value that's being added onto the chain, right, with these projects. So we've got Poor Reflections crushing it again. This thing's being pumped. You can decide if it's a bit insider trading there, but I don't know. Maybe it's really successful with the marketing, community networking, but it's up 47% today, 94K liquidity. Let's have a quick look at that chart. So that chart there is pretty aggressive in the crypto, especially in the current climate. And I think they've paid over 2 billion, I think, in Pulse dividends. So it's kind of a tax reflection token. And yeah, it seems to have done that. They seem to be going to do some partnerships as well. So I think they're going a bit beyond the normal tax token. So we'll be watching out for that. But so far, so good. So yeah, it's doing well. Pulse Kitten's been doing well as well. That's up 17%. That's been performing pretty awesome. And let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, look at that chart. That's pretty good for the Pulse Kittens. That's on the 4 hourly. Let's go to the daily. That's the daily chart so far. So it really has come off the bottom there. It was down at 5 zeros, 2,500. It's now at 5 zeros, 8,240. So not far away from losing a zero. Not far away at all to go to lose a zero as well. So well done, Pulse Kittens. It's sort of a GameFi NFT type of thing, or DeFi NFT. Trust Swap there sitting. I'm not sure why Trust Swap's in this list, but Trust Swap there is 9.8%. That's got very small liquidity. I might have to take this one off because I'm not sure what it's doing in there. That's pretty much it. Those are the high performers today out of the by liquidity. And then we've got some honorable mentions. Prate there from Pulse Rate, Texan Token, the endowment token, Vemp there, the Web3 gaming token. They're all up a couple of percent. Halgo there with Hex is 2.5%. And then we've got Burn Token from TRH, Texan Token, Internet Money there up a couple percent. So they're not too bad. At least they're not going down, right? They're up a percent or two on those ones. So that brings us into the weight token. Where's the weight token down here? Because that's what I'm talking about first. The weight token's down here. It's actually down 3% today. Let's have a look at the that's the more token. That's from Trayvon. Let's have a look at where's the weight token? Here it is. Let's have a look. So that is the weight token there at the moment. And this will probably get priced up, especially in a bull market. This thing will get priced up big time. It'll be hard to keep a good thing down. So let's have a look at how successful Coast has been so far. It is our only Fiat on-ramp, off-ramp that's direct to Pulsechain. And of course, it's our first stablecoin CST stablecoin. And so we're going to look at how much has been onboarded. And we had an update here from the Coast team. Coast remains over collateralized by USDC. And of course, 24/7 analytics for users on the DApp. They've got that. Where else do you get that? Of course, very good transparency. This is a snapshot that they provided earlier today. Give that a little retweet. But they're almost at $1 million in collateral. So amazing. So 923,000 and 922 CST. What I think what's going to happen is that once they hit 1 million and more people start using the referral code, start spreading the word on Coast, this could really start to snowball. And of course, we know they're targeting 50,000. They are fantastic in their social media. They are always pumping out social media. So this Coast is a fantastic example for all other protocols on the Pulse chain on how to do social media. They really just keep unrelenting and keep going, which I really, really love. Now, there are other good teams that do a lot of good marketing, but definitely Coast is a very good example of just keep pumping, keep going all the way through the bear market and all the way through the bull market, then the next bear market, then the next bull market. That's sort of the attitude you need to have. And they're crushing it. And of course, the dollars, they're almost about to hit its first million. And of course, they're targeting 50 million and 100 million. And of course, that's all going to add on economic energy to Pulse chain. So very exciting. And you got to remember, the Pulse chain tokenomics are different from other chains. Our PulseX has got the buy and burn, so the actual supply is reducing. Pulse is burning through the EIP 159 as better inflation deflation tokenomics than Ethereum. And then we have protocols coming in to collateralize Pulse and PulseX and take more of the market. So it's got really, you add the money coming in, the demand side and the supply side getting smaller. It really does pay out over time for a really valuable chain. So we'll be looking forward to it. All right, so that is good news from the Coast team. They've also had some other updates as well. From here, they've been posting out. They just constantly posting out stuff here as well, talking about transparency and things like that, which is pretty cool. So really good stuff coming from them. They did push that. They did put out a long thread as well about CST, which is pretty cool. And they pushed that out there as well. So we might have a quick read of this. So Coast is a fiat-backed stablecoin and the first stablecoin native to Pulsechain, the platform Coast serves as a fiat on-ramp, allowing users from more than 50 countries to bring the economic energy into DeFi. That's decentralized finance if you're new to crypto. Of course, Pulsechain is leading the DeFi revolution. And the way this works is simple. When you sign up for an account on our platform, you're actually opening a digital bank account with our financial partner, Fortress Trust. If you're wondering how that works, you're not dealing with Coast. Coast is not a middleman, for example. You're dealing with Fortress Trust, which explains the requirement for the KYC. They do have a basic requirement for KYC there. From this account, you're able to mint CST, the first stablecoin on Pulsechain, which is backed by Fiat, US currency, directly using the USD in your digital account, which is done in 2 steps. Firstly, you pay USD, which transfers your selected amount of USD to the CST collateral account. And then, when this is done, you're able to mint CST directly into your connected self-custodial address on Pulsechain. CST is literally your money on Pulse. So it's all about you. You're interacting. You're the one doing it all, which is pretty neat. To deposit your cash in the digital account, you have several more traditional options. You have ACH, that's for US customers only, which I believe takes 3 to 5 days, something like that. You have wire transfers, which I believe are pretty quick, like within half an hour, depending on the time of the day and the time of the week that you put it in. Most working times, I think it's pretty fast. ETH stable coins, of course, USDC, USD Tether, and DAI, which is a really cool addition from the team. And I know that they are continuing to work on other options like direct debit credit card, I believe. Instructions for each are found on Adapt. In addition to these, we are strongly recommending international users trial Wise or Revolut, similar products with links available on our Adapt. Instructions available within the website chat. So there's other options here. These services provide the most capital efficient way for international users to get their money into Pulsechain, and that's very important. So the cool thing about this, though, you can use a referral link and get 5,000 weight tokens. It's a win-win that the person that's using it get 5,000 weight tokens, so it's really cool. And I know that Brian will probably post his link in the video chat there as well. If you want to use Brian's one, he's number 2 on the referral list, trying to catch up to Crypto Coffee out there, the biggest influencer in the space. So give him some hand, give him a hand. Those services provide the most capital efficient way for international users to get their money on the Pulsechain, which means more assets in your hands, which is awesome. And it's a direct route, right? So you don't have to go through other centralized exchanges, other chains, and sort of bridging and all sorts of stuff. Using Wise as an example, it allows users to exchange their currency for USD at the best conversion rate we've found, and their payment rails allow for sending money in many ways: manual transfer, pay ID, debit card, credit card, etc. Poly are available for Australians, but the money is received to your digital account as a wire. Instructions available on Adapt. It really makes the process simple, and most importantly, more of your money ends up on Pulsechain. So 2 thumbs up for that, right? So really, really exciting. In fact, I think we got Brian's link there. That's Brian's link if you want to onboard Fiat directly. And once again, get on there. Once you do sign up, actually use it, like bridge some finance Fiat over there, and then switch it into CST. Want to get the conversion numbers up. So definitely do that. And the other thing is get your referral code and share it around, onboard other people. We all play a part in here. Everybody in the community, the high-end community plays a role in the success of Pulsechain, and it really is the people's chain. So get into it. That's all I can say. All right, that is Coast. Let us jump away from that. That is the update for that. We're going to get into Coast's liquidity. So we talked about almost at $1 million in collateral there, but look at the CST stablecoin pool on PHUX at the moment. Almost $2.7 million in the pool at the moment, which is pretty neat. $27,000 in volume as well. The percentages of those, of course, what we got there? We've got 1.9 million USDC, and 766,000 of the Coast is now in this pool. So it's a big amount of that 920,000, whatever it was, is now in the pool here for CST, which is pretty amazing. And we saw yesterday that the CST is pegged 1-to-1. We were slightly below peg, remember, in the early days, which is understandable as liquidity gets bigger and stuff like that. It really is starting to build up. And the real kicker with this stablecoin is that, of course, when Liquid Loans and Power Cities Earn Protocol launch, we're going to have USDL and PXDC stablecoins, and they're all going to mingle in pools and make Pulsechain even stronger. There's going to be a bigger part of Pulsechain will be stablecoins, and of course that's used for all sorts of things on Pulsechain and DeFi. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we know that in the market generally, stablecoins are around about 12% of the market cap of all crypto. So it's a pretty big deal, right? So if crypto is valued at $1 trillion, that's $100 billion, isn't it? Over $100 billion. So it's pretty amazing. All right, so looking good there on the old stablecoin. Let's jump away. So that's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So some really cool milestones being hit there. Very cool to see. All right, we're going to get into Barista, of course, Magic Carpet Ride 369. And of course, most of you guys know who that is. And of course, amazing team there, building out some really cool dApps. We've covered a couple of these more recently. And of course, we've covered Steakhouse, we've covered Barista. Barista here, of course, is going to be a balancer for liquid loans front end. So we are busy. We are busy beans, and I know many of you have sacrificed for this project, and it's definitely one of the better teams to do it. They have showed incredible integrity and, of course, the ability to expand their offerings, which is pretty amazing. Of course, we are busy beans, and our integration for liquid loans should be on public testnet in a day or two. So look forward to that. We'll try and check that out when it does go on to testnet here on this channel. So stay tuned. Probably in a day or two, we'll be covering that. Bucket Metals can become a bean counter, apparently. So there we are. So pretty cool. I love the artwork as well. Looking really, really good. So keep a lookout for that, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, funny, they responded to Phamous talk about here. Now, let's see the rest of the projects launch, and together we'll be onboarding next 100,000 users on the Pulsechain. So, yeah, very, very cool. Can become a bean counter. So, obviously, the Magic Carpet 3.6 ride is responding to that, which is pretty awesome, right? So really cool news coming. Another epic project coming to Pulsechain. Going to be a front end for, a particularly utility around balancing for a liquid line. So it's going to be really cool. All right, that is pretty much that. We'll look at that when it comes out in a day or two. Let's go to Fame. Of course, you guys, we covered Fame yesterday. Pulsechain will be famous. And of course, I did that a couple of days ago. Then yesterday we did Fame is live, the fork of GMX. Perpetual swaps or margin trading, and it's really, really exciting to see this. Now, Fame, of course, after the launch, posted this tweet out. Okay, that's 3 big protocols that they have launched on Pulsechain. PH Universe, one of the big 4 ecosystems on Pulsechain that I've talked about before, right? So pretty amazing. And of course, the other 3 are still yet to launch most of their products. So it's fun to see. Liquid Loans, Power City, and of course, the Zen ecosystems are 3 big ecosystems. They're going to be launching multiple dApps onto Pulsechain in the future very soon, actually. So going to be fun. Okay, that's 3 big protocols: Fiat, Fame, and PHUX there. Fiat, of course, a fork of Aave. Fame, a fork of GMX, the margin trading or perpetual swaps. PHUX there, the fork of Balancer, which is so far the biggest TVL project outside of PulseX. And of course, it's been around about $30 million. And of course, that's it with the prices of Pulse down here. Imagine prices of Pulse 5x from here. You're talking about probably the first protocol outside of PulseX that would be worth $100 million plus. So it's going to be fun to see all this play out. And I suggest we're going to have quite a few, at least half a dozen, in my view, that will be in that camp when the prices of Pulse start ramping up. These valuations TVL are going to ramp up too, right? So they're launched on Pulsechain, and they've kept their promises. That's what they've said. We've delivered. And they've bought over 3 very big forks from Ethereum and had to do a lot of background work for that to make it happen. And of course, these are worth a lot of money on Ethereum. And of course, we expect them over time to be worth a lot of money on Pulsechain too. Now let's see the rest of the projects launch, and together we will onboard the next 100,000 users. And of course, we saw a diagram from Power City the other day with about 180 projects on it, and many of them have not even launched. Most of them, I would say, have not even launched. So I was really excited to see that happen so far. So yeah, by the way, Richard Hartwin, would love to see you poke your head up somehow. So urging there as well. And you can see a little comment here from Barista, who we just talked about. We are getting there. We started in late March. Software is hard and all that stuff. Nice, keep up the plugging away. You'll get there. It says the Fame there. So it's a nice camaraderie there amongst the teams. So let's go quick look at the Fame. You guys know yesterday we put a little trade in. Remember that? You guys remember? We put a little trade in. How's it going? Well, it's down $1.58. We did a long on Pulse, and we're down 15%. But we put in $11. We've got $9.17 at the moment. And don't forget, we are paying borrowing costs every day. So we're paying borrowing costs. That will, even if the price stays the same, we're going to slowly, our position will slowly get eroded away. And we got borrowing costs to pay. So just remember that. But in any case, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's just sitting there. And yeah, of course, yeah, we went 5x. Remember, we did a 5x on it. So 5x here was up here. We did a 5x on this, and of course it's just to show how it works. That's really why we did it, to show you how it works and to have an example there at the moment. So at the moment we're out of the money, $1.58 out of our $11 plus fees, of course, but we do have borrowing costs as well. Now the other thing cool yesterday I forgot to do, which was to add the chart positions, which is not showing up today either. I'm not sure why. I've got the link here to show up the chart positions, but that's not showing up. Probably because I'm on the wrong chart. That's probably why. Let's go to the right chart and try that one more time. On that one, I'm gonna have to refresh. Let me refresh. I really botched this up. Let me refresh there, and let's add on the charts here. Are we on Pulse? Yeah, I think we're on Pulse. There we are. That's what I wanted to put up yesterday. We've got our open price. You see the open price here? That's when we opened it, and we bet on the price going up. So we opened it and we bet on the price going up, but the price went down. And I said it was going to get down. I said I probably should have done a short, but I don't want to be on this channel and say I shorted Pulse, right? That's not a good look for a Pulsechain, a person who promotes Pulsechain. So it's not really a good look to do shorting. So we had to go long, even though I knew price was probably going to get down. Anyway, so we're out of the money a little bit there on that, and but the market is starting to recover. So we'll start to recover our position, and maybe we'll get in the money. Maybe we'll get in the money on that too. So anyway, $11 is now $9.70. We'll be watching out for that. But that's enough about that. We're tracking this as an example, but let's go have a look at the actual analytics of how has this performed. It's been probably what, a day, maybe a day and a half since it launched, something like that is my guess. So let's have a look at the results so far on the statistics and see how this is performing. And I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. It's doing pretty well. So they've done 3.5 million in volume in a day and a half, which is very exciting, right? That's a very exciting number. I think we can all agree. So pretty cool. We've got $5 is up here at the moment. $5. What's it? No, 5,000 is the increase there. I'm not sure what period that is increasing over. So that is up 5,000. Now we've got fees at the moment, $13,500 in fees, up 11. It says $11. I'm not sure what that's about either. But we've got the PHLP. This is the liquidity provision, is at $1 million, so that's up $5,800 there. I'm not sure the time difference on this though. They could add a bit of information just to make it a bit obvious. We do have the date here, but it doesn't. It's not going to really help us too much. I think there, 7th and the 9th there. So it's basically the last day and a half. We've got the total users. So yesterday when we were looking at this, I think we were at about 135 when we looked at it, something like that. It's now at 227. So that gives you an idea from yesterday. So what's that up about? Maybe 80, 90 since yesterday when we were looking at it. We were looking at it 10 hours after it started. So there was obviously a burst at the beginning. Open interest. And this is pretty encouraging. Open interest at the moment is 618,000. So what does this open interest mean? So basically it's people that have gone long and people that have gone short. So you add those two up. And people who got long, of course, taking positions where they think the price is going to go up. People go short or taking positions where they think the price is going to go down, and they make money if it goes that way. The direction, that's how they make money. So if you add those shorts and longs together, the value of those that have been opened up are $618,000, and it's down $1,000 at the moment. It's probably on the last hour or something. I'm not sure what time frame that is, but $618 is very good. That's a pretty good open interest amount at so far, with total volume at 3.5 million. So very cool on the stats. We can see the charts as well starting to move up here. So this is early days, day and a half, whatever. But we'll be watching this over the next week, the next couple of weeks, and see how this goes. But very optimistic. Now, obviously, people that do margin trade on centralized exchanges and stuff like that, you want them to come over to Pulsechain. Your key is your coin, so that's an advantage. We're in DeFi, and of course, this is on chain, so there's a few little differences as well. But really excited to see this ramp up. So very, very cool. So with some of the metrics now. I'm not going to go through all this stuff, of course. We can see that some people have been making some profitability lately on these, as you can see, more recent times. And open interest there. We can see that people, and this is pretty interesting, this may have impacted markets yesterday too, is that we got longs at 500,000 and shorts at the moment at 125,000. So the shorts have cooled down there, and the longs are definitely longer there. So they're buying for the price to go up, right? So that's kind of bullish there. So you've got to keep your tabs. This will probably become influential at different times, depending on who's playing on here as well. So some interesting stuff happening here. Very cool. All right, very early days on a lot of the stuff, but definitely users are up there, and it looks like 227 people so far. We'll keep a tabs on that, eh? What will it be in a week? We'll find out. So that is kind of cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that coverage. In any case, if you don't want to do that, of course, you can go to the Earn tab. You can buy Fame and stake your Fame, get 40% of the fees, or you can get PHLP, provide liquidity, and get 6% of the fees there as well. And remember, PHLP is pretty much like being the house. You get the advantage of that, but of course, depends on how much they're winning, right? How much they're making good decisions. So that's pretty much that. What else there? 45% of all Fame is staked so far at the moment. There is a gate there in terms of unlocking. Remember that, so don't forget about that when you're staking. But that's definitely in play. I think that's at the price. The NAV price there is $1.01. That's the value that you're benchmarking against. The market price is slightly at a discount, 99 cents. So that's kind of there as well. So yeah. All right. So stay tuned. We'll see how we get on. That is pretty much Phamous. So talk about that. That's exciting. One of our biggest protocols have launched, and a day and a half in, we will see how we get on there. The other thing we're going to talk about, of course, is TYRH, TYCZ, and Pulsepot and BNBpot. So we've got a lot to talk about that. Before we do, though, let's catch up on the chat and see who's in the house since I last updated. Let me just scroll up here. Let me see. Where did I get up to? Scroll. I think we got up to cookies and crypto for sure. Woohoo! Good to see cookies and crypto. Yeah, definitely got up to that. We'll jump past those comments. Eddie says, I've been accumulating during the beer, but fresh out of dry powder. Bull should be soon, says Eddie. Yeah, we'll watch out. I think once we get past a certain period, especially the interest rates, probably once we get that, maybe November, we could have a nice little Christmas rally or New Year's. We'll see. Life on Side Vibes. Good to see Crypto Chew. Bluffer King says, hi all. It's nice to wake up with some Alpha RH tweets. Yeah, I haven't actually got to those. I'm going to have to pull those up too. I did see that Richard had tweeted those. I haven't really covered those yet. Normally I cover them first for the live stream, but we'll definitely try and pick those up. I think it's a lot around the legal work, right? So I think that's what he's been commenting on. You might cover that. We'll briefly cover that at the end of the live stream. Crypto Truth says, hello, Superman. Hello, Crypto Truth. Crypto Truth, I should say. RH is a visionary alpha. Yo, Hex enthusiast in the house there. Good to see you. Brent Staker as well. Hey, buddy. Thanks for all the good news. Hey, you're welcome. Pleasure. What else have we got there? Just jumping through those comments. Patrick Garrett says, who are those guys? Yeah. George Shaker and Health there. What's up, guys? Good to see you, George. Welcome. Jumping through those. There is the docs. A Magic Carpet Ride docs for Barista. If you want to learn more about that, that is the docs there. docs.mrc369.io Barista. So definitely learn that up if you want to use that protocol as a front end for liquid loans as well. All the info above says Magic Carpet Ride. Yep. We'll probably cover that when we get up, when the testnet's on testnet. We'll probably do a more of a deep dive into that. Sandy says, I staked my Fame token. Nice one there, Sandy. Pulsechain delivers, says Kristen. Absolutely. We got more and more happening. Crypto Truth says, Superman, what is your Twitter? It is Token Hex. I couldn't get Hex Token, so it's Token Hex. So at Token Hex, you'll be able to follow me there, Crypto Truth. I think I've got the link in the video description too for all the socials, so you can follow me on the socials there. You might as well hit them all up, right? Hit them all, follow them all. And of course, if you haven't joined, if you're watching new and you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the video description for less than a cup of coffee a month or 16 cents a day. So it's not too bad, eh? You can jump in there. All right, what else? Check my pulse says, I like the clip of RH saying, wouldn't it be fun just to hold a token, PLS, and get rich watching it go up in price because of use case and adoption? We're so early. This is going to be fun, says Check My Pulse. Absolutely. Yeah, there is the link to the Twitter there, Token Hex. What else there? It sounds like a good whale bait. There's Bryn. A whale bait. I'm not sure what that was about. Sandy Beach is close to 3,400 followers. Yeah, that's amazing, Sandy. Well done to you, by the way. Well done. So huge. Give Sandy a follow. You're a true Pulsechain super, going along when the market was indicating a short, says Brennan. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. yeah. Well, it would have been cool. I could imagine, I could see things on Twitter and stuff like going, oh, Superman shorts Pulsechain on Phamous. Could you imagine that? I couldn't have that. I could not have that. That would be too much. Even if it was for a day. What else there? So we're going to jump through some of those. Adam says, Phamous looks so good. If the crew could now finesse the load time of Fatty, I'd be super happy, says Adam. There we are. Let them know, Adam. Let them know. I'm not sure. The one issue that they have, they've got to do a lot more on social media. They do a lot of Twitter spaces, but I think they need to do more service-focused stuff like Q&As and stuff. I don't know whether they do it on Telegram. You can let me know because I'm not on Telegram, so that's a blind spot for me. But definitely they could work more on answering a few questions out there. They do great with the Twitter spaces and stuff, but yeah, definitely got a bit more around that. That's my suggestion. Brian says, yep, join the Discord. There's the link. Very cool. Less than a coffee a month. 16 cents a day, should we say. What else there? Rev 10. Hey, everybody. Good to see Rev 10. Welcome to the chat as well. Let's get into it. Let's get into the GameFi. You guys love GameFi? Let's get into it. Let's do it. We're up to an hour and 2 minutes. We're doing pretty well. We've got some of Richard's tweets there. We're going to talk about that at the end. But let's go to TYCZ first. We've got some updates around this. Now, this site was going to be updated. Apparently, it's going to be updated within the next few hours or something. Well, at least that's what the update was. So let's go through that. Jacob said today in Telegram that the TYCZ lobby, and that's what we're looking at the moment on the screen, will be updated in a few hours. So I don't know if that's happened. It doesn't appear to happen yet. And that will probably be like what we see. So that was 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. Yeah, 4 hours ago. So maybe in an hour or two, we might see that updated. If I had to guess, they might be launched early because only one NFT has been sold so far in the last few days, and sacrifice funds have been really slowed down. So yeah, they probably going to possibly finish this off. But anyway, that's the dress there at the moment for people to do it. The links in the video description if you want to get 10% bonus on it at the moment. There's almost 1.2 million on that and 726 wallets, but they may end up ending the old lobby there for TYZZ. And yeah, we're expecting the launch on the 1st of November, but maybe we'll get it earlier. We will see. Watch the space on that. We may get a big update. But apparently, the update on this lobby is people are going to like what we see. So let's just find out what that is when it happens. So it might be in a couple of hours after this live stream, possibly. We've also got some updates for BNB Pot, I think. Yeah, BNB Pot there, which is on BNB chain, so not Pulsechain. But of course, BNB Pot's going to launch on Pulsechain as Pulse Pot, or something similar to that name on Pulsechain. So great news. We're getting close to launch for. So they've launched Jackpot on here. They launched Roulette. They launched Powerball. We've launched Fortune Wheel, and of course they've got sports and prize calls. Now, apparently sports is coming up, but prize calls is next, and prize calls is imminent. So imminent. So a BNB Pot, of course, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino, and truly DeFi solution. Great news. We are getting close to launch. We expected price calls to be live on mainnet within the next 10 days. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of that. And this is empty at the moment, but they're going to be launching. Bam! That is going to be launching on price calls. This is going to be very exciting. I like this. We might use this on this channel. You might see me using this on this channel. We might do some stuff with this. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Right. So we expect price calls to be live on mainnet within the next 10 days. So that's exciting. We can expect. I could see a lot of influencers or people that we do this sort of format on video using this to do some games and things like that. Maybe it could be cool. We'll have a look. But we expect price calls to be live on mainnet within the next 10 days, is on BNB chain, of course. We can expect that from price calls V1, so version 1, you can make your own bets and define your own odds. So you guys can do this anywhere where you can play with friends or whatever, and get into Discord and play this stuff, put bets on, stuff like that, if you like to have some fun bets. So obviously we're talking about little fun bets here. We're not talking about big time gaming and stuff like that. But you can make your own bets and define your own odds. You can bet on the price of 720 different assets, which is pretty cool. You can make a direct or one-to-one mini bets. So you can make a direct or one-to-many bets. 15 different features to make price calls a great and fun tool, which I think is really awesome. We We got another project that's expected to launch on Pulsechain. It's sort of a social media platform that's going to have stuff like this from memory. But this is far more advanced from probably what they're going to have. As a marketing gimmick, we will be setting up some real bad price scores for people to take and hopefully win. So they're going to have some little giveaways there in that way. Example, Bitcoin will go to 100,000 within 24th of December. We will wager $10,000 on this, and anyone taking the opposite side will win a part of that $10,000 if it doesn't happen, obviously. So I think a pretty good chance of winning a share of that pot there. We can't wait to show you all that we have been working on. This will be the first decentralized direct wagering protocol where users define the odds themselves. That's so cool, man. And of course, that is exciting. So it's going to be on BNB pot. So look at this thing. Select the asset. This case is a Bitcoin example. A statement exact or more. So you got a and more or something like that. Equal to or anything like that sort of functions. Price point $50,000. Date and time, it has to be by then. And of course, you got the odds there, which you can set the odds with the scale bar here. And you've got the example there, 5.84 if you selected yes. So pretty cool. And they've got lots of advanced features in there as well. Pretty cool. Accept stablecoins only, private listing, limit take this to one wallet, expire on this day, expire percentage, past, all that sort of stuff. So pretty cool little features on there. So really nice addition there to a BNB pot, which will be fitting right here, which is currently blank. So what do they say, 10 days time? Pretty exciting. Now, PulsePot launching on Pulsechain. So a lot of people sacrifice for PulsePot. And of course, the first EVM chain to launch was BNB chain. And of course, we're waiting for it to launch on Pulsechain. But we're waiting for the Fetch Oracle. So Fetch Oracle, we don't have any decentralized Oracle on Pulsechain at the moment. Fetch Oracle is going to be made by Liquid Loans. It should be out any time now. So we are expecting that soon. And then we should have a flurry of projects being able to launch that all require the use of the Fetch Oracle. And of course, PulsePot is one of them, right? Needs to be able to do all these price calls, and it needs reliable data. Otherwise, the system can be tricked. And so it needs good data. So it's waiting for the Fetch Oracle for that too. So we know Liquid Loans is waiting for that, and Protocol from PowerSet is waiting for that. So and PulsePot is another one, which is probably the most complicated, right? It uses all these price calls to make the games work on the decentralized chain. So pretty cool. So good stuff happening there. Big news, and I thought that was kind of cool. Thanks you to Archie. Credit to Archie in our Discord, one of our moderators, for posting all that info and intel. Join our Discord, folks, and get the latest and greatest early. Yeah, links in the video description. So that's pretty cool from that. And of course, we got some updates from Richard, so we're going to talk about that too. Let me just get out of here and catch up. That is pretty much what's happening there. Let us see what else we got. Magic Upright says, okay, got to go. More testing. Happy to stream with you before Testnet launch with exclusive run through. Hit me up as soon as possible. Said Magic Upright. Absolutely, man. And we'll have a chat on DMs, Twitter there. What else? I think that's it. 100 always. You're a champion, says Crypto Truth. All right. This is we got some updates from Richard Hart tweeting out today. 7 hours ago. Normally I leave with the stuff, but I forgot to put it up when I started my live stream. And of course, attorneys, he's got some update here around legal stuff. I'm not going to go through all this, of course, but he's been putting out some interesting stuff around legal stuff. So it definitely looks like he's getting ready for battle, doesn't he? Which is awesome. And we look forward to it. Absolutely look forward to it. Cryptocurrency important comment period there as well. A federal research there. Can you also request to speak at the public hearing? So he's encouraging people to go do that. That's pretty cool on that one. So if you're checked out on Richard Hart on that, you'll be able to see that. What else has he been posting? Some cool stuff there. 13 hours ago, clean design, a good call to action, good URL. So he's got regulations there on the government there as well. So yeah, it looks like Richard's gearing up for battle. If you've not followed Richard Hart, of course, you can follow him at Richard Hart Win on Twitter, Richard Hart Win on Twitter. If you want to follow Richard Hart there and get read through all of those details there. So some nice little updates there as well. All right, that's pretty much it. I think we're going to wrap up, and I hope you guys have enjoyed today's live stream. An hour and 10 minutes. It's pretty good. It's near the top end of my live streams. So fun times. We got Kim's in the house. Hey, Kim, you chopped in at the end there. Hey, sir, or sirs, and good to see Kim as always. They're on Superman Crypto. If you're new on, we're streaming to 3 channels at the moment. We're streaming to Hex Token channel. We're streaming to Superman Crypto. We're streaming to Pulsechain YouTube. And of course, that's over 10,000 subscribers. So thank you very much, everybody, for support. We're streaming every single day. Here on Hex Token, I do obviously Pulsechain and Hex ecosystem. We're documenting the growth of Pulsechain. On Superman Crypto, we cover, obviously on all chains, we cover Pulsechain, but on Superman Crypto, I do general crypto and DGen crypto. So if you like that, we definitely cover that. And of course, on Pulsechain YouTube, we're just I've just posted lots of different Pulsechain stuff on there. That's the intent of that channel. So just let you know. So if you want to join those channels, you can join them over there. Head over to Superman's other channels and drop a like and subscribe. And there's Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube, or Pulsechain X as I call it. So there we are. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And what's that? Daily Stats is Brennan. Yeah, well, Daily Stats is not here. Daily Stats is down. And I do not know why. I was supposed to mention that, but thanks very much. See, it's down, not working. I have no idea why. So maybe we're contacting the developers team, but that is down. So I cannot talk about the Hex Daily Stats, but you can check out hex.com, folks, if you want to get some Hex, burn it for T-shares and start mining some hex.com. And hopefully that site gets put back up on Hex Daily Stats, because that's really, really important site. We do have another alternative. I'm not sure whether the alternative has Hex charts there. I might have to open up some of the alternatives if that chart is down. But we do have some, obviously, the Hex stuff here with the Hex price and the T-share and things like that. So yeah, we do have a few other alternatives. So we'll have to go work through these and see which one's best in that case. But nothing has been as good as the Hex Daily Stats by data, but we'll have a look through some of that at the moment. So kind of cool. We'll bring you that when it does. Brendan says, oh no, oh man, no daily stats. What the heck? Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully we'll get a solution to that. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and don't forget to hit the link in the video description. Join the Discord if you want to on-ramp Fiat to CST on Pulsechain. Use Brian's link there, and of course, I will catch you guys again tomorrow for another day of Pulsechain awesomeness. And take care, everybody. Enjoy yourself, and let's play out some fun stuff here on the way out, I guess. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let us go. All right, take care. Peace out. Bye for now.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.